Hello guys, Derek Walker here, owner of Walker and Wood. Today I want to talk a little bit about fear, my experience with it, because I believe that there are benefits to fear. I believe that there are healthy aspects, but for a lot of us, fear is something that can cripple us. That fear is something that can really just hinder us from even getting in the race. This was my experience when I started off my own business. Even before that, I had the goal, the idea of being a business owner and being in woodwork specifically for quite some time. But it took me a very, very long time to take the actual jump. I was worried about, would this succeed? Not even would it succeed, could I do it? Could I actually, just a young fella from Ireland that moved to the US, could I do this? And I think I told myself for a long time that I couldn't, that there was somebody better than me, that there was somebody more experienced than me, that there was somebody that was more gifted, that had the talent, and really all of these things that I was thinking about just held me back. I had a fear. I had a fear of stepping out there. I had a fear of leaving a comfortable job, a 9 to 5, a retirement, all of this stuff. And I would be plagued with this fear of the unknown. Another aspect for me was I would spend so much time worrying about what other people would think. And to me, it's so interesting that we spend so much of our time and our energy worrying about what other people will think of us. And I get it. I understand that you want to be loved and accepted and thought well of. That's natural. It's a human emotion that we all feel. But so often, before we even get to the starting blocks, we are worried about other people and what they may think. And guys, I just want to encourage and to challenge you that it is so freeing to get to the place where you don't really care what other people think. Do we really want to get to the end of our life and look back and see that we were just scared to take a jump or scared to take a leap because we were worried about somebody else that maybe doesn't even really care about us? Sure, you want your support of your family and your close friends, but a lot of it we're concerned about the people that we don't even know. We're concerned about people across the street, that we're concerned about people that we bump into at the store. We're always worried about other people. And there is such freedom whenever you get to the place where I don't honestly care what they think, because I have got dreams and goals and aspirations of where I want to be. And so that for me, I'm finally at that place now where I don't really care about the thoughts of other people, because Walker and Wood, whenever it was starting out, I had so many negative voices telling me, I don't think it's a good time. I don't really think it's a good idea. There's too many people doing it. It's crowded. How are you going to stand out? I really had all of these voices, and it limited me for a long time. And really, honestly, I almost waved a white flag before I ever started. And I think a lot of us do that. And I think there's a lot of wasted potential, because I think there are so many people out there, and I see it in young people, not just young people, but people that are in a job right now that have a skill and ability and a talent that they know that they have. And they have potential, huge potential to be successful, but they limit themselves because of this idea of them telling themselves that I'm not good enough, or that people are going to think that I'm weird. And so a challenge to you is to try to break free from that. And there is such freedom with not having to worry or care about the thoughts of other people, because I think that fear really is the enemy of progress. Whenever I started my own business, I just took the leap. I obviously had things in place where I wanted to have, a buffer of 8 to 10 months of orders that were in. I believe that fear will really kill all your ambitions and your dreams. And you may have all of these goals and dreams and aspirations of where you want to be, but if you're operating from a place of fear, and if you have this fear in the back of your mind, the what ifs, then you're really just not going to reach your full potential. So often we can be fearful of the future, worrying about the economy and worrying about, and I understand this and we want to be prepared and whatnot, but sometimes you have to take a leap. Sometimes you have to take the jump. You have to be bold. You have to take the leap and do it. You're worth it. Your family is worth it. And I'm not saying to not be prepared. I'm not saying to not have plans and a structure in place. I'm not saying that. I'm not just saying just to go out and without a notion of what you want to do. But what I'm saying is to have confidence in yourself, to believe in yourself, that you may not have, just like I was telling myself that you're not skilled enough, you don't have this. I may not have all of the tools that I need right now, both physically, emotionally, but I'm going to get there. And I'm going to put in the work, and that over time I am going to get better. Over time I am going to be the guy that is experienced, that has something to offer. That over time, whenever I put in the work, that I'm going to get to the place where I want to go. I may not be there right now. Most of us aren't where we want to be. But get your head down, stop listening to the voices in the back of your mind, stop listening to external factors, and just put your head down and get to work and put the work in yourself and reach your full potential. A lot of us are paralyzed by fear. Fear of what tomorrow may bring, fear of will I be successful? Will I fall flat on my face? Will I? And guys, in business, so often we see the glamorous side that everybody posts, the being your own boss, being in control of your own schedule, the financial freedom, blah, 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 all of the stuff. But you don't always see the day-to-day, behind-the-scenes grind, the falling flat in your face. It happens often. And whether you're in business and you don't want to admit it, then you're lying, because it happens all the time. But it's how you pick yourself up. So if you may have this fear in your mind of, well, what if it doesn't? There are going to be weeks and times where you doubt yourself. Doubt is normal. There are weeks whenever it may be quiet around. We may not have got the same amount of orders in that we did the week before. And so often you can play within your mind and you can think, oh gosh, did I really make a good move? And that's just part of business. There's going to be ebbs and there's going to be flows. You are going to fall on your face multiple times. You are going to fail. And that's why I want to mention this for people in business, maybe that are just starting or maybe thinking about getting into it. It's not all glamorous. It's not all sunshine and rainbows. It is a very, very lonely experience getting it off the ground. It takes a lot of hard work, but don't let that be a stumbling block. Don't let that be something that scares you. Don't let that be something that hinders you. Let that be fuel to the fire. You may not be where you want to be, but you can get there. You may not have what you need, but you can get there. Don't let that fear stop you from getting in the race. Don't let the voices of other people, the whispering, don't listen to that. If you've got goals, aspirations, and dreams of places you want to be, then get after it. Do it. Don't listen. Don't listen, because if you start to listen, you're going to then believe it, and then you're going to be afraid, and then you're going to take 2 steps back in the wrong direction, and you're not going to take action in fulfilling your dreams and goals. You're worth it. Your family is worth it. Maybe today you need to take a bold move. Maybe today you need to say no to fear. I'm not going to be afraid anymore. I'm going to put the work in. I'm worth it. I can do this. Maybe it's maybe you're happy in your job, but you want a raise. Maybe you want to grow in your business, in your company that you're working for. Well, do it. Get after it. Put the work in. Maybe you're wanting to get in shape. Maybe for a long time you've just gotten out of shape and you're not happy with how you look, and you're afraid of the work that it's going to take, because it's not just going to happen. It's going to take a lot of sweat. It's going to take a lot of tears. It's going to take lifestyle change, diet change, all of the above. Get after it. Don't be afraid. Get after it. If you've got goals of where you want to be, then let's do it. If you've got financial goals, maybe you're buried in debt right now and you're just worried. You're like, how on earth am I going to get out of this? Let's get after it. If that means that you have to get another job at night, if that means that you have to get another job at the weekend, if that means that you have to change job completely because you need better income, let's do it. Let's just not be crippled by fear anymore. Let's get after it. Let's put the work in. It's not going to be easy, but it's going to be worth it in the long run. Maybe you have an idea about a business that you want to do, something that you want to start. Okay, well, we can talk about it, but how about we start to put the wheels on the ground and get this thing going? Stop listening to fear. Stop letting it control you. You can do this. You're worth this. Maybe it's your past. A lot of us associate stuff from our past and we apply that to our present and our future. Well, no, I can't do this because of what I did or an experience from the past, or and so often we let our past dictate now the present. Um, we can't change the past. The past happened. You have experiences in it. We all do. I do experiences that we're not proud of, that we're not happy about. Um, but we're here and we're now, and we can change the trajectory and we can change where we're going. So a lot of us just have to let go. Not that you're saying like you're always going to have memories, you're always going to have the thoughts, but don't let it have the control over you anymore. It may have had the control over you for years and has hindered you from pursuing goals and dreams. How about we say no more? It's not going to be, I'm not that same person anymore. I'm at a different place than I was, and I've got places in which I'm going. Maybe today you need to let go of the past in order for you to pursue your future. So my whole goal and challenge today is just to let go of fear. Let go of the hold that it has over you, and to begin to live in freedom. Don't be worried about other people. They've got themselves to worry about. You worry about yourself and your family, and the goals and dreams and aspirations that you have.